Everyone always chose Amara, not because Zara wasn't beautiful, but because Amara entered rooms like light. Zara entered like air, necessary, unnoticed.
When they were children, relatives would pinch Amara's cheeks. This one will marry a billionaire. Then they'd look at Zara and say, and this one, she's so calm, she make a good wife. Zara learned early what that meant. Pretty girls are admired, quiet girls are prepared. At school, if both sisters scored high, teachers would say, Amara is brilliant. If Zara scored higher, they'd say, well done, you're very hard-working. Hard-working, not gifted, not special, just effort. At home, if Amara broke a plate, it was an accident. If Zara broke one, it was, you must learn to be more careful. So Zara became careful, careful with her voice, careful with her feelings, careful with her existence. On her 22nd birthday, she woke up early. She didn't expect a party, but maybe a happy birthday at breakfast. Instead, the house buzzed with wedding preparations, gold fabrics spread across chairs, voices laughing, phone calls about catering. Her mother rushed past her. Zara, please help me iron this lace. No eye contact. By afternoon, Amara's engagement dress had arrived. Everyone gathered around. Zara stood in the doorway and clapped with the rest. At 9:47 p.m., her mother knocked gently. Oh, Zara, today is your birthday, isn't it? We've just been so busy. Zara forced a smile. It's okay, Mom. Her mother kissed her forehead quickly and left. No cake, no candle, no wish. That night, Zara lay in bed staring at the ceiling. She whispered softly, what does it feel like to be someone's first choice, and for the first time in years? She didn't fall asleep immediately. She stayed awake long enough to feel it, the ache of being second. The second day, Amara's wedding date had been announced. Daniel was the perfect match, educated, successful, polite. Everyone said Amara was lucky. Zara agreed. Daniel visited often. He was always respectful, but sometimes he looked at Zara a little too long. She noticed, but she ignored it. Because girls like her don't imagine things like that. One afternoon, Daniel arrived unexpectedly. Is Amara home? He asked. Yes. But actually, I was hoping to speak with Zara. The room went silent. Even the air changed. Zara's heartbeat became loud in her ears. They stepped outside. The mango tree behind the house had always been Zara's hiding place as a child. Now it felt like a courtroom. Daniel swallowed. I need to be honest. She stayed quiet. I'm not in love with your sister. Her breath stopped. He continued. I tried. I really did. But every time I'm here, I find myself watching you. Zara felt heat rush to her face. That's not funny. I'm not joking. You proposed to her. I know. You chose her. I thought she was what I wanted. The sentence cut deeper than he realized. Thought. She was the reality. Amara was the dream. He stepped closer. You listen when people talk. You see things others miss. You're strong in a quiet way. No one had ever described her like that. For a dangerous second, her heart believed him. For one fragile moment, she felt seen, and it terrified her. You didn't choose me. I'm choosing you now. No, she said quietly. You're correcting yourself. You loved the idea of her, Zara continued. And now you love the comfort of me. He looked stunned. You're wrong. Am I? Her voice didn't shake for once. The next morning, Zara ran away from home to a different city and never came back. A year after Zara left, Amara got married. Not to Daniel, but to someone better, Tund. Older, wealthy, well-connected. Her parents were relieved. The wedding was grand. Gold decorations, cameras everywhere. A marriage that looked perfect in photos. But photos don't capture silence. Tund was polite, but distant. He provided everything, except attention, except warmth, except being seen. At home, he was always busy, on his phone. In meetings, traveling, when she dressed beautifully, he would say, You look fine, fine, not stunning. Not breathtaking, just fine, for the first time in her life. Amara wasn't the center of someone's world. She was decoration. Later that night, Amara asked softly, Do you love me? Tund didn't look up from his laptop. I married you, didn't I? The answer felt familiar, practical, not emotional. Suddenly, memories surfaced. Zara bringing drinks quietly, Zara standing in doorways. Zara smiling on her forgotten birthday. Amara sat on the edge of her bed and felt something uncomfortable. She wasn't hated. She wasn't abused. She just wasn't chosen, and now she understood something terrifying. Being provided for is not the same as being valued. Months passed. The house was big, but it felt empty. Amara sat alone in her dressing room and whispered. Is this how Zara felt, for the first time in her life? She cried without audience. One weekend, she drove back to her parents' house. The house felt smaller now. Quieter. Where is Zara? She asked. She rarely calls, her mother said stiffly. Something broke inside Amara. Do you know why? She asked. Because we never chose her, her father frowned. What are you talking about? Amara's voice trembled. You praised me for being beautiful. You praised her for being useful. Her mother looked confused. Amara continued. You even forgot her birthday and didn't look for her when she ran away. The words hung heavy in the room. And I let it happen, Amara whispered. Tears fell freely now. For the first time in my life, I know what it feels like to be second. The room was silent. Her parents looked at each other. Then at the space Zara used to occupy, and slowly, the truth settled. They hadn't been cruel, but they had been blind. Weeks later, Zara received a call, not from her parents, from Amara. Her voice was softer now. I'm sorry. Zara didn't respond immediately. I didn't see it before, Amara continued, but I see it now. You deserve to be celebrated too. Zara's throat tightened. For years, she had imagined this moment. But now that it was here, it didn't feel like victory. It felt like healing. Are you happy? Zara asked gently. Amara hesitated. I'm learning. Months later, the family visited Zara in the city. No grand gestures, no dramatic speeches. Just awkward honesty, her father said quietly. We didn't see you properly. Her mother cried. Zara listened. And this time, she didn't need their apology to survive. But she accepted it anyway, because being chosen is beautiful. But forgiving is power.